Supercarrier box set, Book 2 Juggernaut, spoiler review. Hello, welcome to the channel Unity151. My name's Joe. I'm here to talk about sci-fi, military sci-fi and space opera, books and audiobooks I like to listen to. Please like, comment, subscribe if you find this interesting. This will be a vague spoiler talk and review about Juggernaut, which is Book 2 and Ixan Prophecies. I say vague because the story's like this. I can only really talk about this much of it because I can't fit it all in the story. Sorry. I listened to this on audio. Better than the first book. First book was still good, but better than the first book. That's all I can say about that. I'm going to talk like you've watched the first video that I've done on the Supercarrier box set. That way I don't have to dance around certain stuff. I'm just going to talk about stuff hoping that you already know. So if you don't understand, watch that video, then come back and watch this. I'm going to talk about stuff that happened in the other book, but I'm not going to explain what happens. Still, my favourite character is Fesky, the big bird. It's not a chicken, but I just think of a chicken. It's big. Well, I think it's shorter than a human. It's about like 5 foot, but it's got big wings, so it's bigger than a human. But I like that. I think she's a cool bird alien thing. I like her. She's still good. The way she talks and stuff, and the way she thinks, and the fluffs her feathers up and all that stuff. I like it. She's cool. She zips around and kills and shoots and stuff. I think she's really good. Next is Ek, which is the Finn. I like her. Yes, a female. She's, again, I keep saying she looks like a Wobble Fett. She probably doesn't. I probably completely butchered in my head to what the narrator says, or what Scott wrote down. But she's got like robotic legs, and so she stands up. She's got a suit on or something, so she can, and she has these things injected in her, so she can stay outside of water and go on ships and be in space and stuff. She's cool. She's really level-headed. The whole species is quite level-headed, which is sort of the downfall to their species. Spoiler, they all get wiped out. But like, so she becomes the last one, but I'll get to that later. But she's really cool because she's like very chilled. She's very tactical, even though they've never been in a war as a tactical position, but she has to be in the big final battle, so she just gets this ship to do that, that does that, they fly around doing their stuff. I'll get to that later. It's really good, that is. Captain Keyes is the third one. He's still the cool grizzly man. He gets beaten up a bit later on, torture and stuff, and he sort of like, you sort of think, oh, he's a bit broken, but then he sort of pulls himself together and he's all like, you know, his face is smashed to pieces, blood everywhere, and he's like, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but like, the iron back in his eyes, or like the fire, or something like that, and he's like, and he says a little speech, and off they go again to fight more and stuff. He's cool. I like how Scott portrayed him. There's a Scottish guy, he's an ex-military man, or space navy man, I can't remember what it is. He's retired, he's cool, can't remember his name. Just cool Scotsman who does his thing with Bartlett, not Bartlett, that's Scott's name. Bernard, sorry, with Bernard, who's the senator, political side of the whole story, which I'll get to her and all this stuff. But they're the main 4 characters I like. Husher and his dad, I like them. There's all the other characters. Kane, she's alright. Some of the baddie people, they're just bad people. So yeah, that's that. First off, in the first book, the things that upset me, but the things that let me down didn't happen in this. For me, it was solid all the way through. I wasn't bored or anything like that. There's no like build up and not getting the payoff. Good. First book, second book, hopefully the third book's up there. I'll see when I get to it. I haven't listened to it yet. Straight from the get-go, it starts off with fighting. I'm happy. I'm in my element now. The Gok are trying to kill the Wingers and the humans, and they're in Providence and they're fighting. They're all defending each other. The Gok's losing because they're crazy, because they've been, whether it's true or not, they've been modified or whatever by the Ixans to be like, it's not like ragey, it's not rage, maybe it's rage. They just blindly want to fight, to get angry, and they just want to kill everyone and be like, big violent, because they're huge, they're these massive hulking creatures. But I think they've got like, not scales, they're like grey, maybe not. I can't remember the description from the first one. Maybe the description in the second one. I can't remember. There's loads. Too much for me to remember all in one head off the top of my head. Whatever way. They're just getting the ships and they're just smashing ships into everyone because, you know, hey, if you're going to die, kill everyone else with you in a suicide kamikaze attack. Why not? I like that. Good, again. Then suns start blowing up and going supernova. I don't think it happened in the first one. I think it's just the second one happens, but suns go supernova, going out, killing people and stuff. They can't warn everyone, they can't save everyone, all this stuff happens. Suns blow up all over the human areas because the humans have been using dark tech, which is the thing that the dark technology which they got from the Ixans. One of the Ixans betrayed the Ixans. I think that's right. One of the Ixans betrayed the Ixans. Gives the humans to help the humans win the war, but then he then betrayed humans again. It's also messed up, fiddly plan from behind the Ixans. The Ixans are pulling strings. They're like the puppet masters. Whatever way, supernova's going on. There's in the Ixan Prophecy it talks about loads of stuff that's happening, and they think that the supernovas is part of the prophecy, and then the Ixans are saying as well, or this one Ixan guy who's like the main bad Ixan who pops up here and there, he's saying that all this happened because the human, or that anyone's using dark tech, but humans are using dark tech, so it's mostly their fault. When the Providence, this is not all in order by the way, Providence is fighting the UHF. I think they're outnumbered massively. He's killing loads of people or killing loads of ships and stuff because he's flying around doing his stuff. I can't remember exactly how it happens. Husher and a load of them lot are off doing something else, or they leave. No, that's right. They're fighting, doing whatever. Keyes then gets betrayed by his XO. His XO originally didn't like Keyes' plans. He supported the mutineers who did it in the first book. He then releases the mutineers from the first book. They all then mutineer, take over the ship. Keyes then has to surrender to this old guy who's in the other ship. Old lady, it's an old lady. She's like 70 odd, she's been doing it for donkey's years. So he has to surrender. They then know something's wrong, so then I can't remember, it's one of the, I call them unnamed Marines, I can't remember the guy's name. He does something on the ship to draw their attention, make it look like he's trying to rescue Keyes, and they're all like, we thought your plan, it's not going to work. It's like, this was my plan, to be thwarted in the first place. They send all the shuttles off, everyone escapes. Bernard, she escapes. Loads of other people escape, can't remember everyone was on the ship. Whatever way, bit of trickery and skullduggery and all that stuff. The team, the merry team all split up and all go their own ways. With this, Keyes then gets sent to a prison. It might be called Hades, might not be. I don't know, I can't remember. Whatever way, gets sent to a prison. He gets beaten up, tortured, all the stuff that would happen to him. Providence gets sent to a shipyard because it's going to get dismantled. There's an even bigger old ship. I think it's bigger than Providence. That's their guarding. So then at this time, or maybe before, around all this, Spire's under attack by the Gok. Some of the Ixans are there, or one of the Ixans there, he's on a Gok ship or something, or there's a hologram coming through. I can't exact details. They blow up Spire. That's it. Kill loads and loads of the birds. Wingers. Kill loads of the wingers. Kill 99.9% of the Finns. Ek's the only one alive. So then, because Ek, she thinks sort of like outside the box. She's a Finn, obviously, thinks like a Finn, but she sort of sees things two different versions and sees things like this way. The Finns all die, so she's like, well, as I'm the only Finn, what I'm doing is the normal, because I'm the only Finn. So this is actually what Finns would do, which I thought was quite nice. I like that little bit of detail, really. As this was going on, Husher's dad, Warren Husher, Husher's got a first name, I can't remember his name. Warren Husher, he's on the planet. Ek actually saves him from the planet because he's in a bird jail with a collar on. I think it's a collar or neck foot. I think it might be a neck collar, foot collar, I don't know. She saves him because she's a Finn. The wingers have to do what she's told, or something a bit shady. They just escape before everyone dies. So then Hush is brought into the mix. I believe this is how it went. Husher and Ek, they find a load of wingers, and one UHF ship turns on the UHF fire. No, I can't remember the ship name. It's not a super big ship. It's a fair sized one. They don't like the idea that they're just killing loads of winger, undefended camps. Sorry, I couldn't remember that then. So they sort of mass up a fair good fleet, and with that they're attacking the UHF. While they're attacking the UHF, at the same time, young Husher, he, with all of the rest of the crew, their plans to go get the Providence back and then go save Captain Keyes. While this is going on, Bernard and Simpson, they find the Scotsman, who then rallies up more ex-military men. They then start trying to get a revolution going. While this has all happened, one of the Tobran, which is like a little alien, who I imagine kind of like short, fat, stumpy, kind of like waddle. They're very smart, and they're like businessmen. That's kind of how I see them as checks and balances and stuff like that. So with that, he makes some sort of program which allows you to take in the data from like news and social networks and media and all that stuff about how whether there's a chance of a revolution or not. A revolution gauge. So with the revolution gauge, as Ek and the UHF ship that betrayed with all the wingers, as they're fighting, and then Bernard and her lot are all rallying and protesting and doing all their stuff with the Scotsmen, all the ex-Marines or space servicemen. They're doing what they're doing, rallying and causing hoo-ha. Then with Husher and all them lot trying to save Keyes and get the supercarrier back, the Providence. As it was happening, the gauge slowly goes over, more chance of a revolution and uprising. Why would there be an uprising, you say? Well, the senator, I think senator or whoever's in charge, there is a moth in here. Sorry. So, the lady's in charge who got voted in, I can't remember her name, she was all like, no war, peace, bad, shouldn't do that. She got voted in. She's like, I work for Darkstream. Obviously she doesn't go saying that. So she does a 180 on all her policies. She goes very dictatorship-ish. So with this, she's cracking down on protests, more war, putting in new legislations and new rules. And then she starts, right at the beginning, she kills a load of civilians, unarmed civilians who are protesting, which then rallies more people up, which then the gauge, I think the gauge either was or wasn't, whatever way, the gauge starts going up with all the drama she's doing, everyone's hating her. She then signs something, so a document or whatever, a new rule that if you accidentally put your foot on the accelerator, not the brake, if there's protesters, you run them over and you kill people, it's okay. Well, that goes down like a ton of bricks, as you can imagine. So the gauge goes like that, revolution builds up, ships fighting, Ek and all them lot fighting over this side, young Husher is fighting over this side, Ek's getting, she's losing, but like she's taking like, I think like a 3-1, she would like take a 3, lose 1, I think I might butcher in it, whatever way. She's losing, but she's winning. You know what I mean? So she calls in all the other wingers, the pirate wingers, and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure Blackbeak, not Blackbeard. I said Blackbeard. The last one, Blackbeak. Calls in all them lot. They all dribble and drab come into the battle, so that they're all having a fight against a much bigger opposing fleets, and they're slowly whittling down the fleets, but they're still dying and everything. They I can't remember if they get Providence first. So they get the Providence, or they go to get the Providence. As they're trying to get the Providence, there are other UHF ships there as well. I don't know if they've got any weapons on them, but they've got other ships there. They're nearly finished, but not quite finished. With this, the Tobran had another little, it's not virus, like a program, that they go in, put it in the ship, take over the ship's systems, and they can fly the ships away. So Tobran's there running around, he's waddling around with all the rest of them. As he's waddling, they're all putting in all the chips and getting all stuff, they're taking ships off. Then they come up against this, I think the ship's called Juggernaut. I can't remember lots of stuff. Anyway, there's big fight against this big ship. That, you know, there's loads of ships smashing each other up. Love it. I do believe the Juggernaut captain, he surrenders. I can't remember why he surrenders, but he was like doing really well, but then starts going bad for him. He surrenders. He was nice. He's like an old guy. He apparently it's all like wiry hair, and he looks like a old man who shouldn't be flying a ship. He looked as old as the ship was, I believe. Something like that. Scott said, or writ, or whatever. After that, they then go get Husher. Not Husher. After they get the Providence and all the other ships, they then go to get Keys. Keys is supposed to be on the planet, the impregnable planet or impenetrable planet or whatever. He's not. He's on. No, I got that wrong. I'm sorry. The Juggernaut was on the Juggernaut was on the planet, guarding the planet, the prison planet. The people who betrayed Keys, the mutineers, they were flying ships where the Providence was. I got that wrong. I'm sorry. Saving the Providence, they fight people who they fought before. They fight them on the shipyards and in space. They kill most of them. I don't think they kill the mutineers or the bad mutineers. The Juggernaut ship is protecting Keys. He does surrender because he doesn't really care about Keys. He's just an old man. Everything I said about the old man Juggernaut's right. Scott, sort over. Apologise. It's all from my noggin. I have got notes. The problem I've been having, sort of a bit pause here. The problem I've been having with some of listening to audio while doing other stuff is I can't always take notes. So a lot of it I have to go from memory or sort of re-listen. But I have found that there is a note thing. Thank you to Amanda D. I think it's Amanda D. Appreciate that. Bit of shout out. So after that, they save Captain Keys. Captain Keys is all he's all huddled over. He's all smashed up in the ship. In the prison cell, they get him up, bring him back. He sort of walks back with help. He gets put. I think he gets in his own chair, or he's back in the CIC or the bridge, whatever they call it. He sort of stands up and he gets his shine come back in his eyes. I think it's like the iron or the fire in his eyes come back, or something like that. Steel or something, I can't remember. But he comes back. He's all like, "Oh, I can do it. I can do it." With all of this, so that all resolves nice. They overthrow the baddie lady. Everything goes good. Fighting, shooting, people get saved. The Ixans are pulling strings, but they're not actually involved really. So they're kind of like the looming shadow in the background. With all that, then Warren Husher's all throughout all this. He's got mind problems. He's all, have the Ixans done anything to me? Haven't they done anything to me? Stuff like that. He's a bit frazzled up. He was flying controlling one of the ships. He couldn't quite operate, so he got kicked off. All went bad for him. But he's still like with the UHF, the Captain Keys and all that. But he's not quite in the head. So finish it all off. Last bit really. They're all having a little meeting. They're all sitting around in the conference room or whatever. They're all chatting to each other about what they've got to do. Bernard's now the main first. She's either going to get into power or she's in power. Can't remember exactly. So the last sort of thing is you have Warren Husher's point of view. He's getting up, he's all happy, I'm real good, I feel good about myself, everything, blah, 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 all the stuff. Something sort of goes like that in his head, he's all weird, and he feels cold, stuff feels cold, and he touches his gun, and he gets his gun, he puts it in his trousers, whatever, covers it up, shirt, goes into the conference room, he's all really weird, everyone's like, "Oh, hey Husher, what are you doing? Warren, yo, man." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." Pulls gun out, bang, blood, bananas. Bernard brains out, splatter of it, clatter all over the table. She goes down like a sack of bricks, dead as a dodo. Out of nowhere, they all rugby tackle him. He goes down and he sort of comes back. He's like, "Oh, what's happened? Oh my god!" He knows what's happened, but it wasn't him because he was in La La Land because the Ixan has done something to him. Well, I know what's going on there. That's pretty much it, really. Good, cracking story. I liked it. Gonna listen to the next one. The next one's called That. I can't remember what it's called, but the picture's there. I know it. I hope it's there. There it is. That's it. I lied, sorry. There. That's it. I liked it. Worth reading. worth listening to. So if you like that, you like my ramble about the spoilery, vague spoilery review, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Talk about this will be a God almighty. This will be a